got Titan blood running through our veins. Get loud, put your hands up, let the whole world hear this sound.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cass here. We are here to get into some players past and present for the Tennessee Titans, and I'm going to grade them on scales of good, great, average, below average, and players that just weren't that great for the Titans. So let's go ahead and get into this. So we're going to start off with number 25, cornerback Adoree Jackson from the University of USC, and I'm going to put him at about average. He struggled with some injuries with the Titans, really struggled to learn how to play that cornerback position, but you got to understand, he didn't really play that cornerback position too much before he got to the NFL. He was really somebody that got moved all around the field at USC because of his athleticism. So a guy that didn't really live up to that first round pick status with us, but has been a decent to above average starter everywhere he's went. So now he's on the Giants. Now, we're going to A.J. Brown, and that's immediately going to go, because we're grading this purely off the Titans and how they did with them. We're going to go to good. A.J. Brown was really good with the Titans. Consistent 1,000-yard receiver in a run-heavy offense. Now, if we're talking about the Eagles receiver last year, A.J. Brown, we're up here. But just specifically for the Titans, 1,000 yards, had some injury problems with the Titans. Ended up would be one of the main reasons the Titans would trade him is because they didn't want to pay him a lot of money with the injury problems he had. So that's why I'm going to put AJ at good. Ben Jones, I think will go down as one of the best players to ever play for the Titans. Consistent starter, really good center, and hasn't signed anywhere yet, but I think might be closing his career as a Titan, being that the Titans just released him and he hasn't signed anywhere yet. So I would be interested to see how how his story goes forward. Now, Albert Haynesworth, I'm going to put him at good to great. Good to great's got to be where it is. Good to great. I'm going to go good. Albert Haynesworth was a defensive tackle that had some behavioral issues with the Titans, but a guy that really was a stout defensive tackle. And speaking of stout defensive tackles, we're going to go to Jeffrey Simmons, who's also going to go in the good category, but I believe can eventually get up here with the Titans after he signs a massive extension. So that is a big guy that I think could go ahead and be up here soon. Now, Jarrell Casey, he's at that same point. Jarrell Casey was a really good player for the Titans when the Titans really didn't have any other good players. He was significant enough to be a guy that really was looked at as a sustainable person in that defensive front, and would be all the way up until we drafted Jeff to be his foregone replacement. The 2019 playoff run was really the last go for Casey. Casey got traded to the Broncos and really didn't have much of a career after that, so much remembered with the Titans. Now, we're going to go with Corey Davis. Davis was drafted with Adoree Jackson. I actually think they're about at the same point with how they did with the Titans. Corey was taken at 5th overall because he was such a good collegiate wide receiver. But even if you can't warrant taking him 5th overall with the stats he put up, you can't warrant that now. He would be considered a bust, in my opinion, for where he was taken. Now, if he was a 2nd round, 3rd round receiver, he would have been a really good selection for the Titans. But the fact that he was taken 5th overall kind of hurts his overall remembrance. Now, CJ2K automatically goes to great. CJ2K was a fantastic running back for the Titans. A guy that really used his speed, but also was a brutal runner too. There's multiple clips out there of him just like bullying players. A really good player. Cody Hollister, a guy that can block, a guy that can really do everything, but hasn't been that great for the Titans. I'm going to list down in terrible. Guy that didn't really play that well. Now, some of these players I'm not going to be able to recognize. Some of these guys I'm not going to know. I believe that this is Michael Ruse, but this also could be Michael Ruse. So I'm not going to rank the ones that I don't know, and I believe those are those three. The rest I got. Okay, Daquan Jones. Daquan Jones is going to go below average. He was decent with the Titans, really played that Danico Autry role that we have now, but I would argue that Danico's a better player. Daquan went on to go to the Panthers and so on and so forth. Delanie Walker was arguably a top 3 tight end during his time in Tennessee, and will go down as probably one of the better pass catchers in Titans history. Now, Derrick Henry's going to go to great, and Dion Lewis, people tend to forget, Dion's actually going to be, if there was a line here between good and great, average and good, he'd be there, but I'm going to go ahead and put Dion in average, which is also where I'm going to put Jack Conklin in good, and I'm going to put Jayon Brown in average. Jonnu's actually a guy that I'm actually going to be able to put in good, because we're just judging their time with the Titans, and Jonnu actually performed really well with the Titans. This is Robert Woods. Kind of was a signing that the Titans wanted to be the number 2 to AJ. He really wasn't going to be that because AJ got traded. Then he was put in to be the 1 with Burks being the 2, and it didn't really work out, so we're going to put Robert. He's going to be probably around this below average range. Kevin Byard might go down as the best Titan of all time. I am that high on Kevin Byard, a absolute dominating safety. Harold Landry, a guy coming off an ACL, got a massive contract the year before with 12.5 sacks. We're going to put him in good with the opportunity to go to great. Taylor Lewan, it's going to be, he was a really good Pro Bowl tackle. Fell off his couple of years. If he would have kept on, he probably would be up here. I'm going to put him in good, even though over the years he fell off compared to his 4 Pro Bowl years back to back to back. The ACL injury and the PED suspension really got to Taylor, it seems like. Here we go. We're going to go with now, I believe this to be Michael Ruse. I'm going to put him right with Taylor because Ruse really helped Taylor move on when Taylor was drafted. And then Ruse retired. Taylor took that left tackle spot. That was Michael Ruse. I'm going to take that. And now we are left with 2 quarterbacks, that being Vince Young and Ryan Tannehill. Vince Young, player for Texas, the Longhorns. Really good collegiate player. Didn't really pan out too well in the NFL. We're going to put him right in below average. Had the ability to be a really good quarterback. Really didn't get there. And with Ryan, I'm going to put him in good. Because Ryan has had some significant moments with the Titans. Really rebirthed his entire career with Tennessee. And I think that's going to go ahead and be the end. That's going to go ahead and be the end of this tier list. If somebody will, please tell me who these 3 guys are in the comments. And if anybody tells me who those 3 guys are in the comments, I'll rank them in the comments. I believe this guy may be Alton Werner, but you can tell me if I'm wrong. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this ranking of past and present Titans. If you did, remember to leave a like. If you did like it, subscribe. But above all else, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Bye, guys.
Tell them boys to tighten up, tighten up.
Let me hear you say it.
Whole city getting hype now. Tell them boys to tighten up, tighten up.
Let me hear you say it.
Need